Britain has a big problem. Only the Americans are getting fatter than we are, faster than we are. You're 18 stone 9.
God.
Just under 19 stone.
Wow.
Though obsessed with our waistlines, for some, huge weight gain is a complete mystery.
I don't think I eat enough to warrant this size.
I've got friends who eat same as me and they're like matchsticks.
I don't think it's fair that I am the weight I am for what I eat.
But how many of us are in denial about what we eat?
Hi, can I place an order, please?
And hide the extent of our scoffing from our families and ourselves. Are we a nation of secret eaters? It's time for a big, fat reality check. Using secret cameras and private investigators,
OK, they're on the move.
we're going undercover across the UK to find out what Brits are really putting away. And we'll be laying traps to prove just how easy it is for all of us to succumb to secret eating.
Hello, fancy a hot dog?
Yes, why not?
Will what we uncover in our surveillance
Oh my God.
hold the answers?
I feel a bit sick.
Because if you want to lose weight, you really need to know the truth about how you're putting it on.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I am so hungry!
It's hideous, absolutely hideous.
I'm on my way to the Essex coast to meet good friends Kate Braithwaite and Daryl Ambrose, who don't understand why they keep piling on the pounds.
Hiya! You Kate?
I am.
Hello,
yes.
I'm Anna.
Hello. Come straight up.
26-year-old Kate is perplexed by her ever-widening waistline.
A lot of people would assume that we must fry everything in lard and that we're constantly eating takeaways, fish and chips, but really it's a different story. We never use butter, we rarely have a fry-up. You know, we try not to have takeaways, eat out, that kind of thing.
Kate works in the weight loss industry, which adds to her frustration.
With it being a diet product company, you would think that I wouldn't be as big as I am because you would look at me and think, well, why are you so big if you've got all these products on tap?
Hiya, Daryl.
Hiya,
I'm
nice to meet
Anna.
you.
27-year-old railway worker Daryl has put on almost 5 stone in 2 years, even though he's trying everything to keep his weight down.
The majority of the time I do eat healthily. I tend to go for a lot of vegetables or salad and that. Sometimes I'll have a big breakfast, but then that'll be it for the whole day. I should be maintaining the weight that I am rather than just keep putting it on. It kind of baffled me a little bit where I'm going wrong.
Both Daryl and Kate desperately want to understand why they have got so big.
Show me some pictures of when you were slimmer. Oh, yeah, no, you were, weren't you? So how much thinner do you think you are here?
I'm about 6 stone lighter then.
6 stone lighter?
So,
I wouldn't have recognised you there.
I don't recognise myself.
You work for a diet company and you're eating all of the healthy food and you know exactly what to do.
Yeah, a strong percentage of the time I'm eating well. There's vegetables, there's fruits. Yeah, the diet itself is generally, you know...
It's good.
It's good. With what I'm doing, I don't think I should be as massive as I am.
It's not just Kate who's confused. Her friend Daryl doesn't think there's much wrong with his diet either.
So what kind of food do you like then?
I'll always look for a healthier option if I can. I like jacket potatoes. I love my fruit and veg. Yeah.
So you love your veg.
Yeah.
You like your jacket potatoes. You will go for the healthy option.
Yeah.
It seems something's wrong.
I've been to the doctors and that, and they said maybe my metabolism's quite slow.
OK.
I mean, other people, they can eat loads and sort of not put anything on.
Yeah.
So I think I'm one of the unlucky ones.
OK, so bad genes, slow metabolism, not fair.
Daryl's going out with Kate's sister Bev, and their first baby is due any day now, so he's desperate to start shifting the weight.
I was quite a big child. I don't want my child to sort of grow up the same way. So I just want to get on the right track and keep me and my family healthy.
Hop on. 19.9.
Right, OK.
19.9. Is that a surprise for you?
Yeah, it's a bit more than I thought, actually.
OK. Sit yourself back down. Kate?
Just get on, yeah.
Yeah. OK, so you reckon 19.2.
Yep.
You're 19.4. Daryl's moving into Kate and her partner's spare room so we can monitor their every mouthful to get a true picture of what they really eat. I need you to promise me that you're not going to change your eating habits this week, because I really do want to see genuinely what you're eating. With the surveillance cameras rolling for the next 5 days and 2 top private investigators, Cameron Gowlett and Duncan Mee, poised to track them wherever they go, we'll see if Kate and Daryl are secret eaters. Are they hiding the truth about what they eat from each other and themselves? To get an idea of what they think they eat, we asked Kate and Daryl to complete a food diary for a week. Kate recorded eating about 2,000 calories a day and said she eats fresh fruit and vegetables. In Daryl's diary, he listed eating healthier options, salads and fruit juices, and said he takes in around 2,000 calories a day too. Will our surveillance tally with their diaries, or will we discover discrepancies between what they believe they eat and what they actually eat?
Little dog.
It's 1 p.m. on the first day of surveillance, and Daryl is making himself a spot of lunch.
You got a chopping board?
The drawer in front of you.
Whoa!
Yeah, I melted it.
It's a Rolf Harris wobble board.
Wobble board. We had 4 of them.
Now, he did tell me he always goes for the healthier option, and here he's sandwiching his tuna with light mayonnaise. Not too bad. But this meal is now a different deal. Us Brits munch 6 billion bags of crisps a year, more than any other country in Europe. At least Daryl's chosen a small bag containing just over 100 calories.
Beef. Finding out the best.
I'll get one that had a big bag.
Kate's snacking too, but on a healthy option, a small portion of fruit and nuts. Well done, girl. With lunch over, Daryl goes back in the kitchen. How long was he full for? That would be a total of 5 minutes before he tucks into a low-fat, fruit-flavoured rice pudding. And it's all sweet nothing to Daryl.
It's like my 5 a day.
Yeah.
Apple strudel.
So if you had an apple strudel, one of them, and then some apple pie, is that then 2 of the 5 a day?
Yeah, this logic won't bear fruit.
Well, I had a cherry tomato yesterday. Does that count as 2 as my 5 a day?
Fruit and vegetable.
No, it doesn't. And be rest assured, we'll be keeping a close eye on what else you eat. But Kate and Daryl are not the only people we're watching. To show what questionable food choices we're all capable of, we place temptation in unlikely locations. Today we've set up our secret cameras in a busy high street in Sutton, where we're conducting a fictitious diet survey.
Have you ever been on a diet?
Oh, God, yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
What diet have you been on?
All of them.
Is there a slim chance we can get people to give in to the exact kind of temptation they're talking about avoiding? We're offering free cupcakes or angelic apples to the public for discussing slimming success with us.
What do you think makes a successful diet?
Just eating proper meals and non-takeaway.
That's sound advice. I bet she's careful about what she eats.
Let's take 2 on floor. It's her birthday.
Or maybe not.
Thanks for your time. Hi, ladies. I just wondered if you've been on a diet before.
I tried. And then I just
It didn't
do
work.
it. No.
I'll take that one.
Well, our cupcakes are working a treat here.
Why do you think the nation is getting fatter?
Lazy. Won't walk anywhere.
No.
He's talking sense, but will he put it into practice?
Of course.
There you have it. Our first person to take the healthy option. 50 people discussed diets. How many upset the apple cart and made a cupcake vanish into thin air? 11, 21 or 41?
So I can't tempt you with anything as a thank you. Oh, go on, look.
We'll be back later for the results. UK, 1 in 4 adults are obese. Friends Kate and Daryl from Essex can't work out why they now find themselves in this category, especially as they consider their diet healthy.
I do enjoy my veg, I do enjoy the salads and that.
It kind of baffled me a little bit where I'm going wrong.
Both want to get to the bottom of why the weight's going on when neither thinks they overeat. They agreed to go under round-the-clock surveillance for 5 days. Do they eat more than they realise?
This roll is the size of my forearm.
Kate and Daryl now think surveillance is over, but they're still being watched. Kate's new hairdo has not thrown us off track. As far as they're concerned, they're on their way to meet our dietitian for a chat at this London cafe. This is not strictly the case. Sorry, Kate and Daryl, but this innocent-looking eatery is in fact a set that's been rigged with cameras. Even the customers are actors who are in on the sting. Kate and Daryl are still under the impression that theirs is a normal, healthy diet and their weight gain a mystery. But that's about to change. Concealed behind a wall in the cafe is our incident room, containing every last scrap of evidence of what we saw them eating.
Okay, do you want to take a seat here?
There's nowhere to hide as we're about to dish the dirt on their bad eating habits.
They've arrived. They're on the other side of this secret wall, right here, and they've got no idea that we're just a few feet away.
Hello again, you two. Hello. Bet you weren't expecting this.
Not a bit of a shock.
Welcome to your very own Secret Eaters incident room. Come with me, guys. Kate, this is your side of the room. This is just a mere snapshot, a sample of some of the things we've caught you eating. OK. Daryl, this is your side of the room. This is our surveillance board. We had you watched. We had you followed.
I feel a bit sick. I just look like a big blancmange.
It's all very, very revealing. Are you ready to hear a bit more?
No, I didn't expect this to be today. I wasn't ready for this.
Well, it's all right. This is a good thing, to be honest, because today I think what we're going to do is, you know, really show the truth of what's going on, and then we can talk about helping you move forward. Now, Daryl, we're going to start with you because, Kate, frankly, you look in a state of shock.
Railway worker Daryl weighs 19 stone 9 and has his own theory about his ever-expanding waistline.
Maybe my metabolism's quite slow, so I think I'm one of the unlucky ones.
OK. So, Daryl, tell me about your food choices at work. Do you try and be healthy?
The majority of the time, I do.
Let's take a look at this.
It's Friday 8 a.m, and PI Cameron has had a tip-off that Daryl could be heading for a morning pit stop at a local roadside cafe. So he rigs the place up with hidden cameras. Lo and behold, by 8:30 a.m, Daryl arrives for a bite to eat. This morning's temptation? The breakfast stick. Enter Cameron, who decides to sneakily come in for a closer look.
Sweetness!
He may think he's managed to hide his greasy shame from us, but he's no match for our undercover agent.
But this has got a sausage, bacon, 2 slices of cheese, 2 eggs. To give you some context, this roll is the size of my forearm. So this only...
After a foot-long slip-up, Daryl's food binge should be over.
Sometimes I'll have a big breakfast, but then that'll be it for the whole day.
Yep, that will be it for the day. Until 20 minutes later, we're in a supermarket. To find out what he's been up to, Daryl's colleague Lee spills the beans.
So after Daryl left the burger bar, what did he do?
He sat at his breakfast bar. He had 2 sandwiches, which was cheese and tomato. He had a Jaffa cake bar and a piece of fruit cake, a big carton of orange juice, and a packet of 6 sausage rolls.
Wow, that's a lot of food. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, is it?
No, it's not now.
By midday, Lee informs us that Daryl has brought in his own lunchbox too.
Hey.
All right. He had a big sandwich.
Yeah.
There was 2 full slices of bread, tuna fish and mayo.
Yeah.
He had a packet of beefy Monster Munch and a custard tart.
There's not much evidence of breaking a fast here.
At the time, I didn't think it was as bad, but looking at it now, you know, you just think, oh my God.
I love it. 8:30 in the morning, it's like you've got a foot-long baguette. Have you got any idea how many calories were in that sandwich alone?
About 400 or 500.
OK. Well, the person who really knows about this is our expert dietitian, Lynn Garton. I'd like to introduce you to her now. She knows everything. So, Lynn, Daryl reckons 400 to 500 calories in his foot-long baguette. What's the truth?
That big boy breakfast baguette contained around 1,600 calories. So just in that one sandwich, you had 2/3 of what you should be eating in the whole day.
Before 9 o'clock?
Yeah, I won't be doing that again.
Is that a shock?
Yeah, it is.
Well, by the time you had lunch, Daryl, you'd got through around 4,000 calories.
That'll take a lot of burning off.
Yeah, exactly.
Daryl has all the hallmarks of a dashboard diner. A person who constantly grabs food on the go. If this sounds like you, here are a few tips. Plan your meals in advance. Carry around fruit and nuts to avoid unhealthy snacking. And opt for high-fibre foods like porridge for breakfast, which will help you feel fuller for longer. Next up to the plate is Kate, who currently weighs 19 stone 4 and is at a loss to how she's managed to put on so much weight.
I'm eating well. There's vegetables, there's fruits. Yeah, the diet itself is generally... You know,
it's good.
It's good.
Are we ready?
Just about.
Let's have a look at this.
It's Sunday lunchtime and Kate is playing host to Daryl and her sister, his girlfriend, by making a magnificent family roast. Complete with all the trimmings. More trimmings. Did I mention the trimmings? And hey presto, there you have it, one king-size feast.
Now those are massive portions, by the way, guys.
Mm-hmm. A lot of veg, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of meat, gravy and Yorkshire pudding too. But soon there's a lot less of it on the plate. We asked our expert dietitian, Lynn Garton, to dissect a similar dish to see where the hidden calories lie.
It's just incredible. That's huge. I don't actually know where to start. There's over 1 kilo of food here. Onion, parsnips here, cauliflower, your cabbage. You've got your carrots. In total, around 140 calories from the veg. There is a similar weight of pork to the vegetables, but the meat is around 640 calories compared to the 140 calories in your vegetables. That piece of Yorkshire pudding is around 130 calories. With these roast potatoes, at this weight, it's around 300 calories. Apple and herb stuffing, but it's not just stuffing, apple sauce to it as well. And at this weight, this stuffing is around 75 calories. Another spoonful of apple sauce on the side, 25 calories. This sheer volume of food came in at around 1,400 calories.
I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, really. Hadn't realised at all quite what I put away.
But it didn't stop there. Just 20 minutes later, Daryl brings out an apple pie. Which he drowns in double cream.
Whoa, that's immense.
Any pie with your cream, madam?
Oh, swimming in it.
Sorry.
No, I like it. Oh my God.
Let's just discuss the double cream, because looking at that, you were like, God, blimey, look at that. That's loads. And then on the film, when Daryl takes it, and you're like, swimming in it. He says, oh, I'm really sorry. And you're like, no, I like it. In terms of that apple pie and double cream, how many calories were in the apple pie and how many calories in the double cream?
Well, the apple pie was just a drop in the ocean. That was around 250 calories. That double cream that you used was 1,500 calories. 1,500 calories in this amount of double cream.
I haven't got any excuses, so I'm not even going to bother. But I wouldn't have portioned it like that if I was... No, I wouldn't. If I was doing that, I wouldn't have put that much on mine.
But you knew what was coming, so you can take responsibility. If you said, I don't want it.
Now I've got that education of it. And I'm certainly going to look at maybe serving my own food in future rather than letting other people do it for me.
But our surveillance caught Kate sticking with her snacking later in the day. You would think a stick of chocolate containing just 11 calories can't hurt. But 345 calories can.
Any thoughts?
Loads.
Go on.
Just looking at that, just that small clip, has made me think that's what everyone else around me is seeing. And I don't want to be that. I just feel sick. I need to sort of not necessarily eat a whole bag of sweets, just maybe have half, just let myself have some rather than all.
Let's start with the actual tomato sauce. It is quite orange.
This is chartered psychologist Dr. David Lewis, who's about to try out a colourful food theory.
Excellent.
Dare I ask, what on earth are you cooking up today?
Well, we're going to do an experiment looking at the effects of colour on portion size and how much you eat.
So how is this colour going to affect portion size and how much we eat?
OK, well, I think most people realise that if they have a large plate, they're more likely to put a large portion on it and probably eat more as a result. If they take a smaller plate, they'll put less food on it and therefore they will eat less. But what I think they don't often realise is that the colour of the crockery you use can actually have an effect on how much you serve yourself.
We've lined up some student volunteers to take part in the experiment.
Good afternoon. First things first, let me split you into two teams.
We've told them they're being filmed for a team-building exercise.
OK, guys, this is what we're aiming for.
That's not going to work.
But the only thing we're interested in is how much food each team pile on their plates at lunchtime.
So what's the theory here, then?
Well, we got some pasta in tomato sauce, and we're going to serve these on one of two coloured plates. We're going to serve them on a red plate. You'll see it more or less blends in with the colour of the plate. But if I put the same amount on a white plate, you see how easy it is. My eyes can easily see how much I've served. Perception is different because you don't have the contrast.
So the idea is that presumably you're going to serve less on a high contrast plate.
Yeah. Well, that's the theory.
As promised, we're going to send you off for some lunch. Have a good feed because you need some energy.
We need to get that pasta out there.
As our guinea pigs break for lunch, Dr. David and I spy on them.
That is a massive dollop of pasta that's going on that red plate.
It's certainly going to be interesting to see if this theory is proven. Over the last 5 days, we've been spying on Kate Braithwaite and friend Daryl Ambrose from Essex, who've asked us to help them solve the mystery of their weight gain. They've already been served up some unpalatable truths. But there's more still to come, especially for Daryl, who bottles up some of his bad habits.
Well, let's just take a look at what you are drinking, Daryl.
Right, what would you rather have? A less tastier meal and a sweeter drink, or a more tastier meal and a non-sweeter drink?
You sound drunk.
More tasty meal and less sweet drink, yeah.
Good job. See, I think the drink is more
Depends what it is. Daryl's got a drink from Dad.
He certainly has a sweet tooth. Daryl's can of pop contains a whopping 11 teaspoons of sugar.
It's only 29% of my daily allowance. I don't think I've had that much sugar.
But what about the full-fat lemonade? And cider? And when Daryl isn't drinking fizzy drinks, he's guzzling down orange juice. Drink it in. In fact, he squeezed in 3 litres of the stuff in just 4 days. The man from Essex, he say yes.
So why the orange juice specifically?
Mainly because it's part of my 5 a day. I know it's good for you and it's better for you than fizzy drinks.
Tell us about the orange juice, Lim.
1 small glass of orange juice does count as one of your 5 a day, but in this amount of orange juice, there contains more calories than the same amount of cola.
Wow.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
How many calories in Daryl's drinks?
Whilst we were filming you, you got through around 800 calories a day in drinks alone.
Wow.
If that is what's typical of what you normally get through, in a month, Daryl, you are getting through not just 1 bag, not just 2 kilos, not just 3 bags, but you are getting through the equivalent of 4 kilos of sugar from your drinks alone in a month.
I'm quite disappointed in it, really, because I really do enjoy my orange juice. But I know that if I want to make this work, then I've got to cut it out.
Earlier, we started a scientific experiment with Dr. David Lewis to find out if people serve themselves more when the food is the same colour as the plate. This group of students think they're being filmed as part of a team-building exercise. But what they don't know is we're actually spying on them to look at their eating habits. At lunch, we want to see if the team using the red plates take more food than the team with the white plates.
With the red plates, I mean, it's at least 2 big spoonfuls each. Oh, well, she's being very dainty, isn't she?
Absolutely.
With the food fest over, it's now a matter of tallying up the results. The boffins do their calculations. And it's time to come clean as the students have no idea we're here.
Hello, guys. Hello. And let me congratulate you on your amazing team-building skills. Absolutely fantastic. We weren't remotely interested. That was a complete ruse. We were actually hoping to prove a theory.
And the theory says that those of you with the white plates will have taken less food, simply because there's a greater contrast between the red of the spaghetti sauce, the pasta sauce, and the plate. Now, I have to say, overall, this is exactly what we found. Those who were serving themselves on the white plate, the majority served 300 grams or less of food, whereas those who were serving themselves on the red plate served 470 grams, so about 60% more food was served on the red plate than on the white plate by the majority of you.
I had the white plate and I definitely was much more aware of how much I was putting on the plate.
I just kept piling food onto my plate until it looked full.
I'd probably go out and get green plates because I'm not eating enough veg and it'll probably make me eat more broccoli.
Science came good.
Absolutely. We definitely showed that when you're serving yourself food on a plate where there's a good contrast between the food and the plate, you have a much better judgment of portion size.
So how can we apply this at home? I mean, you know, am I really meant to be buying loads of different coloured plates in order to help me lose weight?
No, I think that'd be a bit extreme. But I think just, be mindful that it's the crockery which is playing a part in helping you lose weight as much as the food you're putting on the plate.
So far in our incident room, Kate has found it tough going, but there's more evidence of secret eating.
More often than not, you don't eat a lot during the day. You're very conscious of your diet during the day. You eat a lot of diet products.
Yeah. She's confused about how she's managed to put on so much weight.
I don't think I should be as massive as I am.
We followed you over just one Saturday, and this is what we discovered.
Cameron spots Kate arriving in town for a family shopping trip. First stop, a coffee shop. It's 9:30 and Kate is drinking some calories.
So this is what Kate just had. It's a medium hot chocolate, loads of cream on top.
After hitting the high street sales, the family decide to have a spot of lunch.
This is what she had. A Coke, chips, a bacon double cheeseburger.
By mid-afternoon, the shopping trip is complete, but Kate's family still has food for thought.
We've tracked Kate to this restaurant.
They all tuck into the buffet, and Kate starts off with a healthy-looking salad. But she adds bacon bits and covers it in Thousand Island dressing. And as the family kick off the main course, our undercover PIs pull up a pew and note down what Kate eats.
She had bottomless Cokes, she had 2 glasses, big ones, a prawn combination meal with chips, everything in it was fried, and then she polished that off with a big sundae. But she did share the sundae.
Yeah.
Back at home, Kate joins Daryl and her sister for some dinner, dining on tuna pasta and a sausage roll. After 3 main meals and a dessert, Kate still wants to have a cake and eat it. Cue the fondant fancy.
Now, obviously, you're not feeling good watching that.
Yeah, my back is killing me because my muscles are so tense.
Were you aware of how many calories you were taking in?
Yes and no. Looking at it now, I suppose I'm more aware. In honesty, that was me at probably one of my worst points because I'd had enough of the cameras in my house and I was really sad and I was really down and I just wanted people to leave me alone.
But it's interesting, though, isn't it? When you feel upset, boy, do you go for it with the food, don't you? And I guess we're just trying to show what is going on and how many calories you're taking in. So, Lynn, overall, on that day, how many calories did Kate take in?
You took in around 6,000 calories, which is 3 times what the average woman needs. And actually, on Sunday, you had about the same number of calories. So in total, just on those 2 days, you ate about 6 days' worth of food.
So, you know, you're eating for 3 women.
Yeah.
And even though it's incredibly painful for you to watch what's going on, it is that first step towards going, OK, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. I do know now that I'm eating more than I should. I might emotionally rely on food. I just need to rely on a lesser amount of it.
Kate is an emotional eater, a person who eats food to make themselves feel better. If this sounds like you, here are a few tips. If you feel the need to snack, choose fruit or pre-cut vegetables and keep them in the fridge for easy munching. And keep a diary of everything you eat to help work out what's triggering your overeating. Now all the evidence has been presented to Kate and Daryl, it's time for them to learn what the difference is between what they think they eat and what they actually eat. Daryl thinks he eats around 2,000 calories a day.
Daryl, during surveillance, we saw you eat around 4,500 calories a day.
It's quite a difference.
Yeah, my judgment on calories, something I need to work on and sort of get it down.
So, Kate, in terms of your food diary, what was the discrepancy then?
You said you were eating around 2,000 calories a day, but your average intake was coming out at around 4,350 calories a day.
Kate, would you say that you are a secret eater?
I would now, yeah.
Daryl, are you a secret eater?
I am indeed a secret eater.
Now Kate and Daryl have seen the extent of their secret eating, they've agreed to follow a healthy eating plan. Daryl needs to reduce his daily calorie intake from 4,450 to 2,500. He'll have to keep to a strict 3-portion controlled meals a day and swap his sugar-filled drinks for sugar-free alternatives. Kate needs to aim for around 2,000 calories a day. She also needs to curb her emotional eating, rein in her weekend food binges, and swap the unhealthy snacks for fruit and vegetables. We'll be catching up with them later to find out how they got on.
Are these free? Yes, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions.
It's time to see how much mischief we've been making in Sutton High Street, where we're conducting a fictitious diet survey.
Have you ever been on a diet?
Anything that's going, I've tried it.
We want to see if people can be led into temptation whilst discussing how to lose weight.
What diet have you been on?
Oh, I just came up with it myself.
So we're offering a free cupcake or angelic apple for taking part.
What do you think makes a successful diet?
Steadfastness.
Oh yes, it's all about the steadfastness.
The strawberry flavour.
Oh, OK. That's one of my 5 a day, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
counts.
excellent.
Believe what you want, mate.
So have you been on a diet?
Yeah, but...
Not a special one,
No.
You only just cut down, that's all.
OK, so what do you tend to cut out on?
Naughty things.
That's right. It's all about cutting down on the naughty things.
As a thank you.
Oh, all right then.
Hang on. You said cutting down on the naughty things.
What do you think makes a successful diet?
Sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
Finally, someone who sounds confident in her ability to stick to the plan and not give in to temptation. Was that in the plan, madam?
All right, yeah. So I can't tempt you with anything as a thank you?
Or have an apple.
Good on you, girl.
Why do you think the nation is getting fatter?
Lack of exercise and all these cakes.
Cakes, yes, fattening. Well, I think we all know where this is heading.
They're nice, aren't they?
Yep, thought so. We asked you, from the 50 people interviewed, how many chose a naughty calorific cupcake? Is it 11, 21 or 41 people? And the answer is 21. 21 surveyed cupped a cake, but 7 angels had apples and a whopping 22 didn't take anything. So when it comes to avoiding temptation, us Brits aren't all talk. 3 weeks ago, Kate and Daryl told us they were mystified by their weight gain.
I'm eating well. I don't think I should be as massive as I am.
To find the truth of their eating, we put cameras in their home. And they were followed by private investigators.
This roll is the size of my forearm.
Though the evidence was a little hard to swallow, they admitted to being secret eaters.
You are getting through the equivalent of 4 kilos of sugar from your drinks alone.
Wow.
Our dietitian, Lynn Garton, gave them an eating plan to curb their calorie consumption. But have they managed to turn their lives around? Well, Kate may have reverted back to her old-style hairdo, but she has turned over a brand new leaf.
When I came home, everything sort of changed for me. I had a big purge of tears and everything just had to come out of my system. And then that next day, it was a case of we need to go forward from here because if not, you're going to be stuck still. I think the biggest change for me has been portion sizes. I don't have to always gorge on something or have to have the whole lot. You know, I might really have the nibbles one night. I might eat a whole melon or something, but even so, it's a whole melon and it's better than eating like 2 bags of sweets. There's a lot more energy, there's a lot more glow about me. I'm feeling good for it.
Daryl is also feeling positive, having given his lifestyle a much-needed overhaul.
Sugary drinks are no more. I have sugar-free soft drinks and sugar-free squash. Cut out orange juice. I don't have any of that anymore.
Daryl has even managed to ditch his bad boy breakfast baguettes.
I take porridge into work. You know, that's my breakfast done then. If we do go to like a shop or something first thing in the morning, just not get out the van, because then that way I can't have anything.
The final weigh-in is still to come, but remember, it's not just Kate and Daryl's secret eating we've been spying on. We've had cameras trained on the British public at places we're all likely to exceed the feed limit. It's time to access all areas in Glutton Nation. Brits have the hots for curry. Every week, millions of us go crazy for korma, delirious for dansak, and mad for madras. We've put our cameras in a curry house to see how easy it is to make a night of eating out. It's 11:30 p.m, and there are a few good men in the restaurant. First on the menu, a little light refreshment. He certainly has a lot of bottle, and not enough glass. Drink sorted, it's time to make a start. On the appetisers. And once you pop it on, you just can't stop it on. And who doesn't relish piling on the free extras? Although this guy seems to be completely taking the pickle. It's meant for the whole table, sir. He's clearly not letting any of the starter slip through his fingers. At least he saved the staff the job of washing up, and his friends have time on their hands while he finishes. Half an hour of eating, and have they had enough on their plates? Nope, it's a case of keep calm and curry on. And it's easy to see who the breadwinner is here. They're making a meal of it, but they won't be defeated by dinner. And it's not over yet. Anyone in mint condition after all that food? Go on, you know you want to. Well, there's nothing like a free dessert. So it seems that when it comes to a tantalising curry and the edible extras, we all take a chance on overeating. Back in Essex, it's the moment of truth for Kate and Daryl since realising the extent of their secret eating habits. They've been following a healthy eating plan given to them by our dietitian. If they've stuck to it, they should each have lost between 5 and 8 pounds. But will it show on the scales?
Right, moment of truth.
OK.
First up is Kate, who previously weighed 19 stone 4.
Ooh, 18.4.
18.4.
Well done.
So Kate has lost an impressive 1 stone.
That's good. That's actually the smallest I've been in probably about 4 years.
Daryl previously tipped the scales at 19 stone 9.
That is 18.5.
Woohoo!
He's lost 1 stone and 4 pounds.
Well done.
Between them, Kate and Daryl have managed to lose over 2 stone since I met them.
I can't see no looking back now, so hopefully the weight will just come down and I'll get to where I want to be.
It's not the only change for Daryl. He's just become a father too.
Come on in, Shrimpy. Me and my partner have just had a little girl.
There you go.
Losing this weight will make a big difference. I'll be able to do the things that I haven't been able to do, like run around and sort of play in the garden. Here we go. She's putting on the weight and I'm losing it.
They've started beating the battle of the bulge by taking some simple steps for a healthier lifestyle.
I was a secret eater, obviously, because I didn't know a lot of what I was doing. And without somebody to kick me and say, stop, you know, that's what I'm thankful for, because I have been able to do that. So this is a change for life.